Let's get to it. How's everyone doing out there? I just wanted to get on here to just talk for a little bit. First and foremost, the Let's Get to It podcast. We just want to thank you. We want to thank you all for supporting the podcast, for continuing to support the podcast. Things are moving well, and I'm telling you, I'm just overwhelmed with all the love that I've been getting. I'm just so happy, and I can't thank you guys enough. So first and foremost, I just want to say, in 2 days, November the 8th, on my birthday, I'll be celebrating 4 years clean. And that's the biggest accomplishment because I never, ever had 4 years clean. During my journeys in and out trying to get myself together, this is the first time I actually put that time together. And it's a direct result of because I just had enough. I had enough. It's just so much going on out there on the streets. I just don't want to be a part of it no more. So, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and thank you guys. Being on this platform, it means so much to me because I can't stress how much when I first got myself together, all the help that was there for me. I had so much help. My family, they came aboard, they was there to help me. They welcomed me back. I decided to just do something different once I got into treatment, and that wasn't to rush back home. And I just decided to go to that recovery house and pretty much, just start my life over. And that's exactly what I've done. I just took my time and I focused on my recovery. I started dealing with a lot of traumas, things that, I was going through since I was a kid and all through life. And I started dealing with that with a counselor, and the results was pretty good. It was pretty good because I noticed as I started to get those things out, I was feeling a lot better about myself and who I was. And I'm just so grateful that I actually took the time out to dig that deep and start soul searching. And the more that I do work on myself and continue to talk to my therapist and continue to do the work, it just gets so much better. Now, when I have a little issue that comes up or I'm upset about something, I just pretty much just, talk it out. And I don't run to go get high. And that's really, really a good thing because before, I don't care if it started, raining, that we got gray outside. That was the time to use. If the sun came out, if I was stuck in traffic, all type of things, will make me want to use. So I just I do things different now and I don't use no matter what. And I'm just so grateful for that. Having 4 years clean in 2 days, I just wanted to get on here and talk about that part, I just wanted to pat myself on the back and, just tell myself, what a phenomenal job. What a phenomenal job for sticking around and staying and continue to help people on a daily basis. That's very key, just to help people on a daily basis, because every time I'm out here trying to help somebody else, I'm actually helping myself. The time the energy I'm putting into doing something for somebody else, I'm not sitting there thinking about what I should be doing or, of thinking about if the drugs should, the thought of using drugs come. That's not there because I'm busy doing some work on myself and helping others. So I'm just, grateful for that. Wow, another year, last year around about this time, I just moved into this house. It's been 1 whole year. All my bills are paid. All my bills are, I'm not behind on nothing. I built the whole studio downstairs for the podcast. Things just got so much better. So, we talking about in a year's time. And before, I would, in a year, I would mess everything up. I start getting behind on bills. I lose my job, all because I was using. And now a whole year that went by, another year is here, and I don't have any of them issues anymore. So I just wanted to pat myself on the back. Another accomplishment. This year I was able to go to the Super Bowl. That's another big accomplishment. Just different events, going to spring training. Already now, in case you don't know, I got my Phillies gear on today because, it's the start of spring training. This is the time that, we as a baseball fan, free agency and, the schedule came out for the actual spring training. I'm all on it. I'm about to book my trip and see which week I want to go down there. That's a treat to myself. Just so much gratitude, so much gratitude. and I wanted to get on here and talk about that. But more than anything, like I had to really want to stop. I had to want to stop because, I just didn't want to die out there. Like the poison that they selling, not knowing what you're going to get, what they're going to give you in that bag. And I was like, no, I can't do it no more. I just had to. And I'm not going to sit up here and say that the detox was easy. It was very hard. It was very hard. But thank God that some of the people that was in the treatment center with me, they picked me up and they told me it's going to be all right. Don't go back out there. No matter what, just don't go back out there and pull through. And that's pretty much what I decided to do. I just wanted to pull through and get through it, and life got so much better. Having a family back in my life, it's not a day that go by that a family member's not calling and checking on me just to see how I'm doing. I appreciate that fact, just having a family back in my life, continuing to, build up them relationships and do things for them. Whenever they have an event or a fair, I can take the time out and go support them and be there for them. They can be there for me. I got I'm about to have surgery next week. A bunch of my family already talking about how they're going to be there for me and help me out. When I was using, those things wasn't even thought of. If I had an injury or something like that, I just numbed it with the drugs. Now I'm already having a plan on how I'm going to attack this whole surgery. I'm trying to do this whole surgery without no type of narcotics and deal with the pain. Yeah, it's going to be painful, but it wasn't painful at that time when I was sitting in that detox waiting to come in. It's not going to be that painful because I'm telling you, I felt so bad. I felt so bad in that treatment facility. Like I had no control over my body, so now, just going to get something fixed. I think I'll be all right, so just wanted to get on here and talk about that, man. Like, I can't believe, 4 years and 2 days, 4 years and 2 days. And, I never, ever, ever done anything that consistent. I never been that consistent at all. And it's just the work that I continue to do on a daily basis. And I just wanted to pat myself on the back because I'm always out here helping other people and doing things for other people. So by patting myself on the back for once and giving myself some credit, not being so hard on myself, and that's how I feel now, where I can just sit up here and give myself kudos for some of the things I'm doing. So I'm just excited. I can't wait, and then, next Friday on the 14th, I'll be celebrating at my home group. And I'm, very looking forward to all the family and friends coming out. Every year we just go out and get something to eat afterwards. Just spending time with the family and the friends and the people that I love so much. That means so much to me. So, yeah, I'm just grateful. And this podcast, I've been some people been, they think because the podcast is about recovery that if people are using drugs or, drinking, that they don't have to support it. But that's not what this is all about. Everybody don't have a problem with using drugs. I do. I just happen to use this platform to help people that's suffering from the disease of addiction. But if you do smoke weed or drink or whatever you do, that's all right, because you may not have a problem. But I still want you to support the podcast because, it could be somebody that somebody like a coworker, a relative, your best friend, your homie that you grew up on the block with. I want to have the lane open where as though you can contact me and you can just have me to come out and help these people. So I just need everybody to support it. It's not about anybody that's still using or whatever they're doing. That's fine. It's all right. Everybody don't have this problem, but I do. And I just want to make that connection where as though if anybody needs help, I don't care who it is, anybody. And you'd be surprised some of the people that come reaching out to me. I just have to be able to be there for them like somebody was there for me. And I'm just so grateful, because that's what we do in this fellowship. We just help each other no matter what. And I'm telling you, it's just, help. It means so much, just to help somebody, I'm talking about when I was out using, I used to get a lot of help. I'd go up to somebody and be like, yo, I need one or whatever. They would help me in that way, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than the help for really saving somebody's life. That's what I'm trying to do. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So, just wanted to get on here and just talk about that gratitude, man. Like, it's been 4 years come Saturday, 4 whole years I've been doing this, you know, 4 years. And I talk about times being incarcerated and couldn't even come home because I couldn't even, stop smoking weed when I was locked up and missed my parole date. I could not stop using under no circumstances. But I'm telling you, with the help of some therapists and talking to some people, man, and continue just to be solid about this, man. I never, ever, ever wanted to let people know I was an addict, regardless of what people seen and all that type of stuff, me ripping around the streets and all that. After I got myself together, I just completely forgot about that. Like I still had that disease and just going about my life. But like now, anytime, because I'm promoting a podcast and I tell people my testimony, my story every day, yes, I was homeless on the streets. I lost everything. I was out there. But look at me now. This is who I am. Who I was back then doesn't even matter. That don't matter at all. It's what I'm doing right now. That's what matters, being able to help. And if people don't like the fact about that, I don't care. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? Accept me for who I am. Because the same ones that's sitting out there hating, talking about, oh, he going to go back out. He going to do this. He going to do that. No, this platform going to be open for you when you need the help. When you need the help. So I'm not going to stop now. The hate's going to keep coming. But that hate motivates me, to keep going because everybody don't have your best interest. Some people want to see you back out there. Some people don't want to see you help other people out. I get it all the time, they don't want to see that, oh, he just doing this for now. And it ain't long before he go back out. Yeah, well, keep on waiting. Keep on waiting. Because I tell you one thing, I ain't even trying to figure out what that new poison or new drug or whatever that crap is out there anymore. It didn't do nothing for me when I was out there, but, pretty much just, it didn't even make me feel good. It didn't make me feel good. It had me irritated. It had me discontent. It had me wanting to be isolating, wanting to be by myself. Sometimes I get high, I want to be around people and do stuff. No, all I want to do is just try to figure a way to get out of it. That's how bad it is. When you sitting up there in your body craving something and your body needs it so bad, but yet and still you don't even want to put it in your body, but don't have the courage to get help. I didn't want to go down there and buy that stuff. I prayed every single time I was going down there, please, just help me, help me, help me. I didn't even want to go. I got so tired of it. I knew eventually that I was going to wind up getting locked up or hurting somebody just to try to get one more. I didn't want to do it no more. I just wanted to just get help. And thank God when somebody was there to pick me up out of that gutter, I accepted it and said, you know what, it's over. And the ironic thing is, it was on my birthday. Everybody was on their way to the birthday party. They was on their way. They was having a little celebration for me. Lo and behold, I said, no, I'm going to treatment. I'm going to treatment. I can't spend another day out on these streets. Because I know what it would have been like. You go to the party, get a couple of hours, get a little come up, some money in the cards and whatnot. But I just had a feeling if I would have went to that party, that I would have took some money out of there and went and brought that bag that was going to kill me. That's how I was feeling. I just didn't want to live no more. I just wanted to just end it all. But thank God I made my mind up. I made my mind up and I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it. So, that's just the gratitude. That's where I'm at right now. And I wanted to get on here and I just wanted to, I wanted to get on here and just let the people know, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm just continue to want to just thank you guys for all that you do, all the support around the clock. I know some of you guys are waiting for episode 9 of the Let's Get To It podcast. Unfortunately, we're having problems getting that up on the on YouTube, but I'm at the point now where I can't do anything about it. I trust in the cameraman. I know he's going to get things working. Of course, I wanted it done yesterday at 7, but it wasn't ready. But oh well, what am I going to do? So we will have episode 9 up shortly. I was supposed to film somebody yesterday that didn't show up. So I just went on there and done an episode myself like I'm doing now. No matter what, you guys are going to get used to this face because I'm going to keep on being on here. I'm going to keep on stressing that you do not have to use drugs and that no matter what, if you need help, I'm here to help you guys. I'm affiliated with a lot of different treatment facilities. I have a lot of outpatient programs, personal therapists you can talk to. Now I'm hooked up where as though you can talk to, get medical assistance and stuff like that. All you have to do is just make the call. Make the call, and then we're going to reach out and we're going to get you the help that you need. The weather's changing. The weather's changing. It's getting cold out there. And you don't have to be like me. I remember, you know what I mean? My address was the Market Frankfurt L. I would have to ride the L back and forth just to get some heat. I don't want to do that. Like, I love paying my heating bill right now. I ain't cranked the heat on yet, but I tell you, it's coming on real soon. It's going to be on real soon, very soon. But at least I can pay the bills, And like I said, going from living on the L, riding back and forth just to get some shelter to, paying my own heating bills and, having lights on to have this platform, it comes with like a lot of work. So I know if you out there struggling, if you know somebody out there, they don't have to be out there in that cold weather. They don't have to be out there. We want to get people off the streets. We want to get them the help, the help that they need. It's just about wanting it. You have to want it. That's the key thing. You have to want this because if you don't want it, you're not ready. But, once you are ready to do it, I'm telling you, each day it gets better and better. Each day is getting better and better. I'm talking about like 2 more days. I'll have 4 years. 4 years doing this. That's amazing, man. Like, pat my own self on the back, Like, Hill, you can do this. You can continue to do this. That's what it's all about, Before, I never wanted to give myself credit for anything. I never wanted to give myself credit. I was always just wanting just wanting to be there and do stuff for people, but forgot about my own self. And I used to forget about myself so much that here it is. I'm right back out there. So I'm just grateful, not today. And, man, I'm just going to continue to come on here and do this work. I love doing it. I love doing this work, just being there for people. Being there. But so many of y'all, I got friends that's on here watching now. I met new friends. I got a big following now. Like, people just latching on to this podcast, latching on to my channel. But like the ones that's close to me, they seen what I've been through. They was praying for me to get this, way before I even decided to come back. They had some faith in me when I couldn't even have faith in my own self. I know the friends that was like trying to be there for me, so like just grateful, man. Like, I'm just so happy, and I'm gonna continue to work. I'm gonna continue to push this podcast. I'm gonna continue to, like the phone calls that I'm getting from bigger people. They call and say, "Hey, I see the work you're doing." Connecting with people. Trying to get this word out. Jumping on different platforms. Just trying to get the word out. No matter what, like we need to get these people off the street because it's not even drugs no more. It's straight poison. Like they are designing to put this stuff in the bag that when you smoke it, when you shoot it, when you sniff it, when you inhale it, anything that you do, it's made to kill you. It's made to kill you. So, we got to get the word out that, man, it's a different way to have fun. That's a different way to have fun because in the last 4 years, I had so much fun in my life. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much fun I had in my life. So, man, just wanted to get on here and just, and I'm going to start doing a whole lot more of these lives, just to build up the audience, I just can't tell you guys how happy I am, and I just want to also thank you guys for continuing to believe in me and continue to support me, continue to be there for me because, man, I'm telling you, I can't do it without you guys. I can't do it without the likes. I can't do it without the comments, I can't do it all by myself, So like just the fact that you guys are watching, the guys that, you call on my phone, you hitting me up on Instagram and the DMs and all that, thanking me for what I'm doing, man, that's what's keeping me pushing and keeping me driving, So I can't say enough, how grateful I am. And if you know anybody that's out there struggling, that's going through it, again, like I said, it don't even matter if you drink or if you smoke or whatever you do, but let's help somebody else out that might need that help. You know, if you see somebody out there, you know, from around the way or a family member, you know, go to them and be like, hey, I know a guy who's really trying to help people that been through it, you know, that's going on 4 years clean, that's trying to help people for nothing. I don't want nothing out of it. All I want to do is just be able to be there to pick somebody up and say, let me get you into treatment. You know, let's just talk. You know, some people, we can just talk it out. You know, you want to go to a meeting or something like that? Come on, jump in the car. Let's go to a meeting. But just don't use no more. Don't use. You know, so for me, I had to go into inpatient program because I was on a drug that my body was so dependent on it. I needed other medication to help me get off that drug. You know, so I had to detox from that. And I'm telling you, I thought I was going in there for 5 days, and it took me about 3 weeks to get myself together. About 3 whole weeks it took me before I could even start standing up to eat again. So I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. And no matter what, you know, I want to do this work. I want to help people. I want to just take this time out to help people, just be there, because I know we have family members, we have friends, we have loved ones. We have so many people out here that just needs this help. You know, we have to, just not be selfish and just go out there and talk to people and let them know it's help available. There's so much help available. Man, they got so many programs and there's so much stuff out here for people. And I know how bad it is, the people that's on the drugs who don't know about it. But that's why I'm putting the word out there. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You know, you don't have to do one more bag. You don't have to be on these streets no more. You don't have to be cold. You don't have to be dirty. You know, you can change your clothes. You can get new. Like I said, I had on clothes for weeks at a time. Weeks at a time, I didn't wash up. Now, all of a sudden, I can put on something fresh. You know, I love the Phillies, you know what I mean? I can throw on a pair of shades. I can be in my own warm house, but I had to work for it every single day. Every single day I had to work for this. And I couldn't cheat myself. I couldn't half-ass do this. I had to do it fully. I had to do it fully. I had to put everything into it. And the more I help people and the more I try to get this word out, the better off I am for my own self. That's just how I am. It's the better I am for my own self, because when I'm selfish and I forget about what's going on, I forget about my own recovery. And next thing you know, I have a bad day at work or something, or maybe a good day at work. And next thing you know, I want to use. And all of this goes away. No more of this house. No more drinking out my own mug with my name on it. With my name, let's get to a podcast. No, that don't work no more. You know what I mean? I'm talking about picking up bottles of water out the trash and drinking out the trash. Yeah, that's how bad it was. I don't want to drink out the trash no more. I don't want to eat food out the trash off the ground. I don't want to be picking up cigarette butts off the ground. I don't want to do that no more. You know, I don't want to be freezing cold that I got to get on the Market Frankfurt L to get some heat. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be embarrassed to go in my own neighborhood because I look so bad that people don't even want to accept me. I don't want young kids throwing stuff at me, you know, humiliating me, thinking that it's all right, you know. I don't want to be begging people for $1, panhandling. I don't want to do that no more, you know. So I have to continue to ask for help. I got to continue on a daily basis, help somebody else, and keep doing what I've been doing. And that's how this thing works, you know. I can't do it alone. Can't do it alone, you know. So I'm just so grateful, man. Jeez. In 2 days, it'll be 4 years. 2 days, 4 years. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the chances of that happening is really good, because for the most part, when I get finished this live, I got some more work to do. And by the grace of God, I'm just going to do something tomorrow, make a meeting and continue to help people. And then the next day is Saturday, November the 8th, on my birthday, you know, celebrating 4 years. Now, we normally don't cop short, but, you know, if I keep doing what I've been doing, I don't have the desire to use drugs. I don't. It can happen, but I don't have the desire to use drugs. No, because I'm constantly working on my recovery. I'm constantly doing something else. I'm not sitting there just like when that thought comes, like, oh yeah, maybe I can mess around a little bit. You know, my birthday coming up, preparing myself for I'm preparing myself to be with my family on my birthday. I'm preparing myself to celebrate and get my 4-year medallion. I'm just like, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Yeah, but more than anything, man, I just wanted to get on here. I want to thank all my supporters. I'm just telling you, like, this ain't nothing. This is only the starting point of what I got going on. I got so much going on down the line. Like, we're gonna help people. We're gonna get people off the streets. And anybody that's like down with this movement and know where I come from, and you might have been through the same things I've been through, you know how important it is to get somebody off them streets, whether it's a relative. I don't even care if it was an enemy of mine. I'd rather see somebody like get themselves together and don't have to suffer on them streets like that than being mad at them. Because I'm a forgiving person now. Like, I don't care about anything that happened in the past. I'm just trying to get another day. So the Let's Get To It podcast, man, we come on here. We just want to thank you. We want to thank you for all the support, for continuing to be there, for continuing go on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. The channel is called Let's Get To It Podcast. LET, no apostrophe S. It's LETSGETTOIT 434. Let's Get To It Podcast 434. No space in there. Let's Get To It 434. No spaces, just LETSGETTOIT 434. Let's Get To It 434 on YouTube. And then when you get on there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's what gets it out there. That's what keep pushing it out there further and further. More subscriptions. Don't forget to push the like button. Just, hey, I like that. Even if you don't like it, just push the like button anyway. It's all right. You know, we all got to fake it till we make it. Just push that like button. Because that like button that you push could be helping somebody else out. It can help somebody else out. That's how this whole thing works when you're on this platform. And don't forget to share it, you know. Put it on your page, like, hey, I know this guy right here. This guy, he comes on all the time. He takes his time out of his day. You know, he's a real solid guy. And, you know, he helps people. You know, jump into his DM, see what he can do for you. That's how this thing works, you know. So I just want to let you guys know I thank you so much for all the support. I continue to ask you guys to support me. I appreciate you all. You know, can't do it alone. And I'm just going to keep on striving. Salute. Let's get to it.